So today we are going to learn about the we are going to learn Rousseau's theory of social contract, and we also along that Rousseau concept, Rousseau important uh, concept, that is the general will. So in the previous class we discussed about the Hobbes sovereignty. We also discussed Locke uh, social contract and the government. So today we take this topic, that is Rousseau's social contract, and along that the general will, and which is a very important idea of Rousseau. Okay, so far Rousseau theory of social contract is concerned, as Hobbes and Locke, Rousseau also gave the picture of the state of nature. Nature of state may people, how they live, how was the life, how the condition. So to Rousseau, he present a very beautiful picture of the state of nature. Beautiful in the sense he described the men. Okay, he described this men as a noble savage. That means Jangli Bhadra. So and the life in the state of nature, it was quite idyllic, blissful. That means happy. Everyone is happy, and they also live a very simple life. Okay, so everyone is equal according to Rousseau in the state of nature. But we all know that in some time there occurred some problem, so that may the people, the individual, they deliberately came together and they make a contract. Okay, so in this case also, according to Rousseau, in such a beautiful life, when the people they were content, the people they were equal. Okay, they are self-sufficient. Now the problem is that their problem arises because of the emergence of private property. Okay, like we earlier discussed about the Marxist theory. In this case also uh, we can see that Rousseau is taking the Marxist concept of the theory of state, Marxist theory of this state. Okay, that means according to Rousseau, with the rise of civilization, or with the development in the arts, science, technology, and the culture, there emerges a situation of inequality, and also the emergence of the private property. It also led to the emergence of inequality among the people, or among the individual. So when there arise a condition of inequality, okay, there arise the concept of private property. In this situation, the people or the individual, they felt that there is a need of some kind of authority. Okay, some kind of authority. So according to Rousseau, the state, it emerges because of this inequality. But here, the one thing you should keep in mind that when we are discussing about the Rousseau social contract theory, we can see the transition in his thinking. Transition means in the initial stage. Rousseau gives this type of explanation about this state, where he talk about the because of inequality, the state came into existence, and these things he talked in his book, that is a discourse on inequality. But here the main point is that later on, okay, later on we can see there is a transition, or we can see there is change in his thought. Earlier he takes the idea of some, like the idea of Marxist, okay, Marxism, he Marx, okay. So later on in this regard, which in his book, like the social, his important work, Rousseau important work, that is the social contract, he takes a modified view of civil state. Okay, to him, state is not a manifestation of inequalities in society, but state is an instrument for the protection of liberty, for the protection of the freedom of the people. Earlier he said that the state is a necessary evil, like Marx. But later on, what is his view? He's viewing state as necessary. Okay, why? For the protection of individual liberty or individual freedom. Now, so when he developed this social contract theory, and like Hobbes, we know the Hobbes, according to Hobbes, the individual, they made single contract. No, with a single contract, they establish civil society as well as state. Like Hobbes, Rousseau also talked about the single contract, and by single contract, when individual, in case of Locke, he talked about the different stages of contract. Okay, first the people, they form the civil society, after that they form the state. Okay, but and like following Hobbes, Rousseau also talked about this single contract, and he, unlike Hobbes, here the similarities, okay, with Hobbes, he also talked about the absolute sovereignty. We know the Hobbes talks about the absolute sovereignty, but here the difference between the Rousseau and the Hobbes is that Hobbes vested power to sovereign or the ruler. Is it? Hobbes ने जो भी क्षमता है किसके यहाँ निहित किया? On the rulers, to the rulers. But Rousseau, he gave power to the people. Okay, to the people. So Rousseau also regarded as the exponent of popular sovereignty, where the people, they enjoy or they exercise the ultimate power, and this sovereignty is indivisible or inalienable sovereignty. This cannot be divided. Okay, and here the people or the citizen, they enjoy the absolute power, not the sovereign or not the ruler, as Hobbes said. Clear? Now here, to Rousseau, when the people into this social contract, okay, when the people when they made the social contract, they surrendered their natural rights. As we know, as we already discussed, that in the state of nature, individual, they enjoyed or they exercised certain rights, natural rights, such as rights to liberty or rights to freedom, rights to life, etc. Okay. Now here the Rousseau, according to Rousseau, when the people enter into the contract, okay, so they surrender this natural rights, and to him, these natural rights, the people, they enjoy in their individual capacity, and they surrender these rights. Why? For to their collective whole, as a for the collective whole, not for the individual, but for the people as a whole. Okay, so that means the people, they are losing some, they are losing or they are surrendering, and they are giving up some natural rights, isn't it? But in real sense, this giving up their natural rights does not mean that they are losing this one. But according to Rousseau, they gain these rights in a superior way or in a improved way. Okay. And why? Because Rousseau, he talked about the general will. General will, which is the important idea, or we can say that is important doctrine of Rousseau, and under the direction of general will, the people, they can enjoy the liberty which in earlier they used to enjoy in their individual capacity, but after surrendering that natural rights, the people, they enjoy that individual liberty in full form. Okay, so the question is, what is this general will? Okay, what is the Rousseau doctrine of general will? Now, when the Rousseau is talking about the general will, to him, general will is a superior will, and it is always right. Okay, when the people, when they give up their rights, especially the natural rights, it is the general will which allows the individual to enjoy their rights. Okay, now the general will, under this general will, the people actually is not losing their freedom, but this general will reconcile the freedom of each to the freedom of all, so that the people in the community, so all the people in the community can enjoy the freedom. Okay, now in further, Rousseau also made a distinction between the actual will and the real will. Okay, when he was explaining more, okay, about this general will, he make a distinction between the actual will and the real will. Now, what is the actual will? Actual will means prakritik ichha. Okay, and the real will means that is vastavik or genuine will. Prakritik ichha or genuine will or vastav will, ichha, he make a differences. Now, the actual will, that is prakritik will, always motivated, okay, always encouraged by the self-interest, okay, self-interest, selfness, okay. Now, but the real will is motivated by the collective interest. Real will means the interest of all the people, not only the interest of one, okay, but the actual will is a motivated by the desire, individual desire, motivated by self-interest, okay, and motivated by like it is a immediate will. It is not consistent. It will fade away with time. Okay, with time it fade away. But the real will, which is the ultimate or the ultimate collective interest, and it reflect, and it is reflected in his better self. Okay, actual will always try to fulfill its desire, that particular individual's particular desire. Okay, it doesn't think about it do not think about these things, what others what are the interests of others people, but ये सिर्फ अपने ही हित को आगे रखते हैं, अपने ही इच्छा को आगे रखते हैं, अपने ही इंटरेस्ट को फुलफिल करना चाहते हैं, और ये जो विल है इट इज इनकंसिस्टेंट, ओके, इनकंसिस्टेंट, एंड इट इज ट्रांजिएंट, ट्रांजिएंट इन द सेंस क्षणिक के लिए. जो एक्चुअल विल है इट इज फॉर द क्षणिक, मोमेंटस, okay, but the real will, which is the genuine will, okay, which is the genuine will, and it is stable and consistent, and it is not the momentous or tonic as the actual will. Okay, so now the question is that the point is that the actual will, the people, the individual, they follow that one, okay, but the for their individual interest only, for its personal interest only. But on the other hand, the real will, okay, it is for the betterment of all the people, betterment of all the community. Okay, so now according to Rousseau, the man's freedom, that means man's liberty, which is the individual interest. Is it everyone wants to enjoy the right to liberty, okay, but when they surrender these things, when they surrender for the betterment of all the people, okay, so that is the, according to Rousseau, that is, and when the particular individual is surrendering his right to freedom, and everyone will surrender that right to freedom, that is the real freedom in real sense according to Rousseau, because everyone is able to enjoy that freedom. Okay, so now Rousseau, he also Rousseau ke anusar, the people, the individual, they are imperfect. Okay, imperfect in the sense the people, he may not be able to distinguish between what is real will or what is general will or actual will. And in this condition, it is when the people surrender, okay, when the people surrender to the general will, this general will harmonizes or reconcile the individual of each individual to those of all. Now, general will reconcile each rights with those of all. And here, so the people in actual sense, okay, people in actual sense, when they surrender their will, their particular will under the general will, he is able to enjoy rights in better way. So this is the general will and the general will according to Rousseau. That means the concept, the idea of general will is very important in the Rousseau's social contract theory. Here, he not only like Hobbes and Locke, he not only talking about the contract and the terms of the contract. Now he moved forward. Okay, he moved forward explaining that when the individual, they surrender their individual right, and after what they gain, they gain or they are able to enjoy these rights more sufficiently or more in real sense. Okay, so this is the Rousseau's social contract and the